right. So you've given us quite the stack of information all about this thing called TVBoss TV.
Mm-hmm.
And looks like you want us to help sort through it all and decide whether this is a real opportunity
Yeah.
or just hype.
Exactly.
We're talking website copy. We've got testimonials. We've got data about this whole connected TV market.
Right.
Seems like you're really looking for a way to get into this new media world.
That's right.
And you want us to see if this TVBoss TV really lives up to what they're promising.
Exactly.
Let's,
Where should we start?
well, why don't we start with the basics?
Sure.
What is this TVBoss TV?
Well, basically, they're claiming it's the world's first AI-powered tool for creating your own TV channel.
Okay, so like you could have like the Bob's Burgers channel or
Yeah.
how to fix a sink channel.
Whatever you want.
Wow.
And they're saying it's incredibly easy to use. Like, you can create a channel in just minutes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty amazing.
Plus, they say you can use existing content legally and for free, and of course, there are all sorts of ways to make money from it.
Okay, so that sounds pretty tempting,
Right.
but we need to dig a little deeper.
Absolutely.
We all know traditional cable TV is dying
Mm-hmm.
and connected TV is taken over.
Definitely right.
Everybody's got smart TVs, Roku's Amazon Fire TVs. It's where the viewers are going.
Yep.
And TVBoss TV is saying they're the key to unlocking this huge market.
And what's really interesting is the timing of all this.
Okay, how so?
Well, in 2024, Roku got rid of like half of their competing channels, and Amazon made it way harder to create your own channel.
Huh?
So TVBoss TV is kind of swooping in and saying, hey, we can fix these problems.
Wow, so it's like they saw this gap
Exactly.
and they're offering a solution.
Yep. And they're talking about this massive potential audience just in the US alone. Roku and Amazon Fire TV have over 500 million active viewers.
500 million.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of eyeballs.
It is.
So they're saying there's this huge potential audience. And then on top of that, they're showing off these really impressive success stories.
Like who?
Like this guy, Daron.
Oh, yeah. What about him?
They're claiming he went from knowing nothing to making over $25,000 and gaining nearly 230,000 subscribers in just 1 year using TVBoss TV.
Wow. In 1 year.
Yeah, pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, it's impressive.
He even got a 5-figure deal with a former NFL player.
Seriously.
Yeah. But of course, we have to be careful about believing everything we see in marketing materials.
For sure.
This is marketing after all.
Yeah.
But Daron's story brings up a really important question.
What's that?
Where's all the content coming from?
Ah, yes, the content conundrum.
Right, because TVBoss TV is making a big deal about using other people's content legally and for free, they're even calling it.
Smash and grab.
Yeah, smash and grab, movies, podcasts,
Yeah.
music,
Mm-hmm.
all other types of entertainment, special access.
It does sound a bit too good to be true.
Right? Like, are we talking about raiding some kind of digital vault full of Jackie Chan movies and Beethoven symphonies?
Oh, right?
How is this even legal?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Are we talking about stuff in the public domain or Creative Commons licenses or what? How easy is it to actually find and use this content without getting into trouble?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Because this whole smash and grab approach is kind of vague.
Totally.
And I'm sure you're itching to figure out the details.
Absolutely. We need to break this claim down and see what's really going on. Because if it's really as simple and risk-free as they're saying,
Yeah,
it could be a game changer.
totally.
But if it's more complicated than they're letting on,
yeah,
that's a major red flag.
for sure.
We'll definitely need to unpack this more later.
Okay, so let's say for a minute that we can figure out the content situation.
All right.
How do you actually make money from all this?
Well, that's the next piece of the puzzle.
TVBoss TV mentions all kinds of ways to make money. Ads, subscriptions, private deals, even building an email list.
They make it sound like you can have multiple streams of income.
Yeah, it all sounds pretty good.
Right. They talk about making passive income from ads, like they'll just help you get your channel into these ad networks that pay you based on how many people watch your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the upfront and ongoing payments from businesses who want to advertise on these platforms.
And remember Daron.
Yeah. What about him?
They're saying he got that sweet deal with the former NFL player.
Right.
So it seems like there's potential for some pretty high-value partnerships.
Definitely.
But we need to understand how he actually managed to do that and whether or not other people can replicate his success.
Exactly. One success story doesn't mean everyone's going to get the same results.
Right.
So while all these ways to make money sound great,
Yeah,
we need to look past the marketing language and understand how it all works in reality.
for sure.
Do they actually give you the tools and support to make all this happen?
That's the million-dollar question.
It is.
Okay, so we've got a pretty good overview of what TVBoss TV is promising.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get into the nitty-gritty of how it all works,
Right.
let's just take a step back and think about this.
Okay.
If this system does even half of what they're saying,
Mm-hmm.
this could be a really attractive opportunity,
It could be.
especially with this massive shift we're seeing towards connected TV.
Absolutely.
But like with any opportunity, we need to approach this with a healthy dose of skepticism.
You got it.
We need to carefully look at their claims,
Mm-hmm.
break down their strategies,
Yeah,
and look out for any red flags.
for sure.
Our goal here is to help you figure out if TVBoss TV is the real deal
Right.
or just another case of overhyped marketing.
Exactly.
So with that in mind,
Yeah.
let's move on to the next stage of our deep dive.
Okay, let's do it.
We're going to roll up our sleeves and get into the specifics of how this system actually works.
All right.
Ready to unpack the details.
Let's see what TVBoss TV has to offer.
All right, so we've talked about the big picture,
Right.
what TVBoss TV says it can do.
Hmm.
But now let's get down to brass tacks.
Okay.
How do you actually use this system to create a channel?
Well, they lay out a pretty simple 3-step process.
Okay.
You set it up, you configure it, and then you upload your content.
Okay.
You choose a name, you write a description, you pick a logo for your channel,
Uh-huh.
and then you adjust some settings,
It's like what?
like contact info, affiliate links, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, you upload your content and get it ready for platforms like Roku and Amazon Fire TV.
Sounds simple enough.
Yeah, on the surface it does.
Right.
But this is where things get a little hazy, especially when it comes to finding the content.
Yeah, they keep talking about using other people's content.
Right.
Legally and for free.
Mm-hmm.
They even call it smash and grab, remember?
Too.
It's all very exciting, but it's also pretty vague.
Yeah. And this is where we need to be really careful. They talk about this huge archive
Yeah.
with over 200 million pieces of media,
Like movies and music.
documentaries, podcasts, everything you can think of.
Wow.
They even mention big names like Jackie Chan and Beethoven.
Really?
But the big question is, how are they able to offer all this for free?
Right.
And what are the legal implications of doing that?
Yeah. Are we talking about public domain stuff?
Maybe.
Or are they pointing people towards Creative Commons licenses?
Could be.
Maybe they're using royalty-free libraries where you pay a fee?
It's possible.
It's just not clear.
Yeah, they're not very transparent about it, and that's a concern.
Definitely.
They make this smash and grab method sound like a super easy way to solve the content problem.
Right. Like just grab whatever you want.
But the reality might be a lot more complicated.
Oh, for sure.
What are the limitations?
Yeah, what are the risks?
They really need to be more upfront about this.
Okay, so let's imagine for a minute that the content issue is solved.
All right.
You've found a way to get your content legally and ethically. How does TVBoss TV actually help you make money from it?
Well, they spend a lot of time talking about different monetization strategies.
Like what?
Ad subscriptions, private deals, even building an email list.
Right. They're saying it's a way to create multiple streams of income.
Exactly. They talk about making passive income from ads.
Yep.
Like they'll help you get your channel accepted into those ad networks.
Right, the ones that pay you based on how many views you get.
Yep. And then there's the upfront and ongoing payments from businesses.
The ones who want to get their name out there.
Exactly. And they even mention recurring payments from these businesses.
So like a steady flow of cash.
Yeah, potentially.
And then there's the targeted list building.
Right.
They're saying you can collect email addresses from your viewers
Mm-hmm.
and use that list for more marketing
Mm-hmm.
or even to sell your own products.
Exactly. But again, we need to look beyond the buzzwords.
Right.
How do they actually help you do all this?
Yeah. Do they give you training on how to use email marketing effectively?
Yeah. Do they have relationships with ad networks that make it easier for their users to get in?
Those are the details that really matter.
Absolutely.
And then there's all these testimonials on their website.
Oh, yeah.
People saying they've made tons of money with TVBoss TV.
Like Tammy.
Yeah, Tammy, she made over $180,000 in her first year.
And Mark, he's got over 70,000 views on his channel.
Wow.
Pretty impressive, right?
Well, definitely eye-catching.
But we have to remember, these are just testimonials.
Mm-hmm.
They're chosen specifically to show the best outcomes.
Right.
They don't necessarily represent the average experience.
Yeah, it's like picking the best-looking apples from the whole orchard.
Right.
Doesn't mean all the apples look that good.
Exactly. And while these success stories are great,
Yeah.
they don't really tell us about the hard work involved.
Or the challenges people face.
Right.
It's important to remember that success in any business takes effort, strategy, and a little bit of luck.
Totally. But What's interesting to me
Yeah.
is that a lot of the testimonials mention the community aspect. Oh, that's true.
They talk about the support they got in the Facebook group,
Uh-huh.
the value of the training materials,
Mm-hmm.
and the sense of camaraderie among the users.
Yeah, like they're all in it together.
Exactly. And that seems to be a recurring theme,
It does.
which makes me think that the community might be a big part of why people are successful.
It could be.
It's not just about the software itself.
Right.
It's about having this network of people who can help
You get
you
advice
and encourage you,
and support you.
especially for people who are just starting out.
Yeah,
They might be feeling lost or overwhelmed,
for sure.
and that sense of community can be super valuable.
It can give you the motivation to keep going even when things get tough.
Okay, so we've got the content acquisition,
Mm-hmm.
the monetization strategies,
Yep.
and the community aspect. Let's switch gears for a minute and talk about the technical stuff.
Sounds good.
TVBoss TV is making a big deal about this new SDK upgrade.
Right.
What exactly is an SDK?
It stands for Software Development Kit. Okay. It's basically a set of tools that lets developers create apps and features
Yeah.
for specific platforms.
So in this case,
This SDK upgrade seems to be about giving users more control over how their channels look and feel.
so they can make their channels more unique.
Exactly, and they claim that leads to more uploads,
Oh.
fewer people uninstalling their channel, and higher engagement overall.
So like people are sticking around longer.
Exactly.
They also mention QR code creation as a key feature.
Yeah.
QR codes on TV.
I know, right?
That's an interesting concept.
It is.
How are they thinking that's going to work?
Well, it's actually a pretty clever way to connect the TV screen to online actions.
Okay.
Imagine you're watching a cooking show,
Okay, I love cooking shows.
and a QR code pops up with a recipe.
Right on the screen.
Yep, you scan it with your phone,
Yeah.
and boom, you're taken to a website
With the full recipe.
with all the instructions, ingredients, even exclusive tips.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
It's a way to engage viewers more directly.
And get them to visit specific websites.
Exactly.
They even compare it to that Coinbase Super Bowl ad.
Oh, yeah, the one with the bouncing QR code.
Yeah, the one that went viral?
It's clear they're hoping for that same kind of viral success.
Definitely.
It's a bold strategy,
It is,
and it could be really effective.
if they do it right.
Exactly. But it really depends on the quality of the content
Right,
and whether the user can create those compelling calls to action.
right. Just having a QR code isn't enough.
Nope. You got to give people a reason to scan it.
So along with the main TVBoss TV package,
Mm-hmm.
they're also offering a bunch of bonus training materials.
What?
Faceless AI video creation training,
Okay.
rapid channel building unleashed,
Mm-hmm.
even a course on using ChatGPT to create content for free.
It's the classic bundle deal.
Right, make the offer more appealing by throwing in some extras.
But it makes you wonder if it's too much.
Information overload.
Yeah, how much of it is actually useful?
How much of it's just filler?
And how much hand-holding do people really need?
Right, because they're saying this system is for anyone,
Mm-hmm.
even if you don't know anything about tech.
But if they give you too much information
It can be overwhelming.
and actually slow you down.
It's a tricky balance,
It is.
giving enough support, but not too much.
Exactly.
And then, of course, there's the classic marketing tactic of urgency,
Oh, yeah.
limited time bonuses.
The price is going up soon.
Right.
Classic scarcity tactics.
And all designed to make you feel like you got to act now.
Oh,
Uh.
totally. It's a psychological trick.
It is.
And it can work really well,
For sure.
but it's important to recognize it for what it is.
Right. Don't let it pressure you.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've covered a lot here.
We have.
The content acquisition,
Mhm.
the monetization strategies,
Uh,
the tech features,
Yep.
even the community aspect.
Right.
It seems like TVBoss TV offers a lot of potential,
It does.
but there are definitely some big questions that need answers.
Absolutely. And as we head into the final stage of our deep dive,
Yeah.
we're going to take a closer look at those questions.
So,
We'll dig into the testimonials, analyze the risks and rewards,
Right.
and ultimately help you figure out if TVBoss TV is the right opportunity for you.
called good.
So let's get into those testimonials
Okay.
and see what we can learn from the experiences of real TVBoss TV users.
All right, so we've talked about all the features and the big promises, but let's hear from the people who are actually using TVBoss TV,
The folks on the front lines.
right? Their website's full of these glowing testimonials, people saying they've had amazing results.
Great, raving reviews.
But are these stories the norm, or are they just the best case scenarios?
That's the big question we need to answer.
Right, and as we go through these testimonials,
Yeah.
we need to look for any patterns or themes that might tell us more about the real experience.
Exactly. Look beyond the hype.
Right. One thing that jumps out right away is the variety of users they show.
Okay. So,
We've got people like Tammy, who's claiming to have made over $180,000 in her first year,
wow, that's impressive.
and Mark, who's bragging about having over 70,000 views on his channel.
A lot of eyeballs.
But then you've also got testimonials from complete beginners,
Oh,
like Kamal, who's super excited about making his first dollar online.
so they're trying to show that anyone can be successful.
Yeah, it's like they're saying, look, no matter who you are,
Right.
no matter what your experience is,
Mm-hmm.
TVBoss TV can help you make money.
It's a classic marketing strategy showing a wide range of users.
Right.
So people can relate and see themselves being successful too.
But let's be real for a second.
Okay.
Not everyone is going to be making six figures from their TV channels.
Definitely not. It takes a lot of hard work and strategy.
And let's not forget luck.
Oh, yeah. Luck's a big factor.
It is. So while these success stories can be inspiring,
Mm-hmm.
we can't take them as guarantees.
Right. We got to be realistic.
And remember that these testimonials are probably carefully chosen
Cherry pick.
to make the product look as good as possible.
Exactly. It's marketing 101.
Right. But you know, one thing I find really interesting
What's that?
is that a lot of these testimonials don't just talk about the software.
Oh, yeah.
They actually talk about the community.
Like the Facebook group.
Exactly. They talk
Mhm.
about how supportive everyone is,
Mm-hmm.
how much they learn from the training materials.
And the sense of belonging they feel.
Right. And that seems to be a recurring theme,
It does.
which makes me think the community might actually be a big part of why people are successful.
I think you're right.
It's not just about the tools.
It's about having people to help you along the way,
To answer your questions.
to keep you motivated.
Exactly. And that can be huge for people who are new to all this.
Absolutely. Starting any kind of business can be scary.
It can be.
And having that support system can make all the difference.
And another thing that comes up a lot in these testimonials
Yeah.
is the importance of hard work.
Right. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme.
You can't just push a button and expect money to start rolling in.
You got to put in the time and effort.
Create good content.
Mm.
Market your channel. Build an audience.
And be consistent.
So the key takeaway from these testimonials
Yeah.
seems to be that TVBoss TV can be a really useful tool,
It can.
but it's not a guaranteed path to riches.
Right? You still got to do the work.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
Boy, yeah.
We've looked at the features,
Mm-hmm.
we've analyzed the claims,
The promise it.
and
yeah.
we've heard from the users.
Right, the people who are actually using it.
What's the final verdict?
Is TVBoss TV worth it?
It's a good question.
If you're looking to get into this whole connected TV world
Mm-hmm.
and you're willing to put in the effort,
Yeah.
I'd say yes, TVBoss TV is worth considering.
Okay.
The tools are there.
The community is
The
there,
potential is there.
but you have to be realistic about your expectations.
Right. Don't expect overnight success.
It takes time,
It takes work.
and it takes a little bit of luck.
But if you're willing to learn and adapt,
And put in the effort.
TVBoss TV could be your ticket to success.
So the big question is, what kind of content do you want to put out there?
What are you passionate about?
What do you know a lot about?
What can you offer that's valuable or entertaining or informative?
That's where the real opportunity lies.
Finding your niche, creating great content, and using TVBoss TV to build a successful channel.
So if you're interested in learning more,
Mm-hmm.
we encourage you to click the link in the description.
And check out TVBoss TV for yourself.
And if you found this deep dive helpful,
Let us know, leave a review.
we'd love to hear your thoughts.
And hey, maybe even share your own success story down the road.
The world of connected TV is constantly changing.
There are so many possibilities.
And who knows?
Maybe TVBoss TV can help you be a part of it.
But remember, the key to success,
Is your own creativity
your dedication.
and your willingness to learn and grow.
Good luck out there.